In this video, I'm going to be showing you a deep research AI automation that will generate full reports for us just by us entering a simple topic. So I'm going to show you an example of a research paper that was actually generated from this workflow. Then I'm going to show you how to download this for completely free, and then I'm going to walk you setting it up so you can start using it yourself. So for the report that was generated, I did the effects on fasting for well-being, and you can see this is the report that was generated for me. We've got some links in here where it's citing its sources, and then a conclusion at the very bottom. So really quick, before we actually dive into getting this template downloaded, if you're a business owner looking to use AI inside of your business, consider booking a call using the link in the description. I can give you some actionable ways that you can leverage AI inside of your business, as well as build out any custom AI automations or AI systems that you'd like to be using. So in order to get access to this template for completely free, go down to the link in the description. It will download as a zip file, so just open that zip file up, and then it will be a JSON file. And using that JSON file, we can come over to a platform called N8N. You'll need to create an account here or just log in if you already have one. Once you've done that, you'll be brought to an overview page. On this overview page, we can go and select create a new workflow. This will open up an editor for our new workflow. And what we can do from here is go up to the top right and select the three dots, and then select import from file, and then just select that JSON file that you just downloaded. So once you've done that, it should bring you to a workflow that looks like this. And I'm very quickly going to explain the different parts of this so you're at least vaguely familiar with it. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through connecting each of these and setting this up so you can start using it. So here we are taking input from Telegram. We're just sending the topic that we actually want research on. Here it's going to break up that topic into 3 smaller topics to conduct research on. So it's going to do more in-depth research on each individual topic. Then we're feeding each of those 3 topics into these 3 AI agents here. Each agent is responsible for one topic that this agent has come up with. Once we've conducted research on all 3 of those topics, we are then going to send them to this final AI step here that is going to compile everything together, format the research paper for us, and then it's going to head over to another software that we can use to actually make a PDF report from. It's going to make that PDF report, and then it's going to send us the link to that back through Telegram. So to get started, we'll start on the left side here with the Telegram trigger. This just waits for a message, so whenever we send a message with a topic that we want the report generated from, that will be caught here. To do this, you're just going to open up your Telegram, this Telegram node, just double click on it. We're going to add a new credential to connect with, select the drop down, create new credential, and then we need an access token. So to get this access token, we need a Telegram account first of all. So head over to telegram.org, download the correct app for whatever device you're using this on, and then once you've done that, it will bring you to the app here. We are going to start a new conversation with BotFather. Here's the username. Start conversation with this, do /start, and then it will give you a list of commands that we can use. So we're going to do /new bot. So we're going to create a bot and then connect that bot into N8N. So here it's just going to ask you to name it, and then it will give you the link to start messaging that bot, as well as the API access token. So highlight and copy the text that I've highlighted here, copy that text, and then we're going to paste that into this access token field right here. Click save, and then that will connect N8N into Telegram, and then you can click on this and you can start messaging your bot inside of Telegram. So what we need to do is we are going to take that topic and we're going to break it up into 3 different topics here. Basically what I'm saying in the system message And so you don't really need to change any of this. The only thing that we do need to add is connecting your OpenAI account. So we're going to open up this OpenAI chat model. And again, we're going to select the drop down, create new credential, and then we need an API key. So to get that API key, we're going to look up OpenAI API, and then it will take us to the API platform. Open up this page, click login, and then select API platform to log into. So once we've logged into this page, we are going to go up to the top and select dashboard. And then on this page, we can go over to the left side and select API keys. And then you're just going to create a new secret key here, give it a name, and then copy the secret key. Then we can go and paste it into this API key section. Now you do have to add some money to this account, but it does last a long time, so it's not expensive at all. But once you've gotten that secret key, pasted it into this API key section, you can hit save here, and close out of this, and then that will connect your OpenAI account into Agent. So then what we're doing is, you don't need to edit this, but this just formats it so we get each of the individual research topics separated that we can reference individually inside of each of these agents. So for each agent, I'm not going to go over all three. They're just saying the same thing with the different topics. So you can see I'm just passing the topic here. And then here is the system message, pretty simple. Expert researcher to compile relevant research on a topic. Kind of read through the rest of that, but you can definitely add to these system messages and prompts, and really all three of these. So this one, all three of these, and this as well. But it does work, but it's all fairly simple right now. So the other two are just doing the same thing, except just passing in the second and third topics. Then once we've gotten the research completed for all three topics, we are then going to this final AI step here. And what I'm doing is I'm just passing in, the original topic, the topic for the first researcher, the research that was actually done, and then the same for 2 and 3. So again, that's the topic, that's the research. And then here in the system message, I'm just saying combine all of the research together and make it into a markdown to be put into a PDF basically. So then we're sending that finalized report into this HTTP request, which this actually connects to another platform, which allows us to make a custom PDF report from. So you won't have to edit anything in here besides your API key, and I'll show you how to get that. But so the platform that we're using is called apitemplate.io. So head over to this platform, make an account, and then we're going to go to manage templates. And then what I did was just made a new PDF template. And then I believe it was markdown to PDF. Click create. And then you can see that there. So once you've made that new template to have markdown go to a PDF, then what we need to do is just copy this template ID. So you can see the one that I just made. I'm just going to copy this template ID, go back into initIn inside of this HTTP request, go down to the template ID, paste that into this value section. And then what we need to do is we can go to the API integration tab right there, and then just copy your API key. And then we can scroll down, and you're going to paste that into the x-api-key section right there, just paste into the value. And that is all you need to do to connect this account. What we're doing is we are just sending in this variable called markdown, sending in the markdown that was generated from the previous step right there, which generates a report for us. And then what we were doing is we were just sending that back to ourselves through Telegram using the download URL. And that just allows us to preview it like I'm doing here. We can open it up in a new tab here, or we can download it, print it, whatever you need to do with it. But that is what this step is doing right here. So you don't need to connect anything here. I showed you the API key and the template ID here. And then everything else is just OpenAI, which we connected at the beginning. So that's pretty much it. You can, I believe, customize how this template looks inside of this platform here. I'll link the documentation as well. So this is the documentation I was using. I'll link that inside of one of these notes up here. So yeah, that is how you go about downloading and setting up this AI workflow to generate research reports using N8N. So if you have any questions, drop a comment below. And if you did find this video helpful, leave a like and subscribe. And that is all I have for you today. Have a good one.